Just how fast is a cross-country pro racer? Well, I've been invited by Shimano to come to the south of France to race at a BMC Pro, Titouan Carod. Titouan's a young racer. He won the under-23 overall World Cup Championship twice. His first year in elite, he finished 6th overall. 2018, he had a 3rd at Monza and 5th at Stellenbosch and 7th at World Champs. He's legit. He's a new school cross-country racer riding a new school cross-country bike. And what about the bike? For this test, we're both going to be riding exactly the same bike, the BMC Fourstroke, a pretty special bike and the leader in a new type of cross-country race bike that takes influence from longer travel machines to be as fast as possible, up, down, and of course cross-country. 100mm of travel, a relaxed head angle, a 60mm stem and an integrated dropper seat post. The bike that Titouan races on the World Cup circuit. We both have the same gears, Shimano XTR 1x12, although Titouan is pushing a 36 chainring on his 1045 cassette compared to my 34 with the same cassette, and I am fine with that. So Titouan, you're quite new really to cross country, you're a young rider, but it looks like the trails nowadays are super gnarly, some really technical sections. How hard are these tracks?
Yeah, they are all the part, in the uphill, in the downhill. Now, in the cross-country race, the technical is a very important part.
And the bikes, look at this, it's quite new school I would say. They've got a really short stem on these 4-stroke BMCs, so that's 60mm on my medium bike. Got an integrated dropper post. How much are you using the dropper post when you're riding?
Always. In the cross-country race, always. Just for 2 meters or just for 1 meter sometimes. Yeah, always, I use always.
And we're running 1x12 today as well, so you've got a pretty big chainring on there, so 36.
36, yeah.
You're running the big set, so 12 speed, what is that? So 1051.
Yeah.
Do you change your chainring at all during the year, or is that 36 on constantly?
No, it's 90% 36, and maybe when we have the flat race, or we use 38, but yeah, 90% is 36.
And you don't miss having the front mech and 2 chainrings?
No, no, no.
We're in the south of France at a special facility, the French Federation's training facility built to replicate the XCO course at the 2016 Rio Olympics. It's got challenging single track, man-made rock gardens, short lung bursting climbs, only an elevation change of 150 metres, but it's either up or down, and there's no place for a lazy downhiller to rest. Okay, so slightly different to our normal race. Rather than do a time trial, I'm going to set off first. It's going to be a handicap race. And 2 minutes later, Titouan's going to come after me, chase me down, see how soon he can catch me, and we'll see if I can actually make it 2 laps of this track. Oh, hang on.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wow. Nice one, dude. Oh, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Well, I followed you for about 10 seconds down that downhill, and it was pretty obvious you were faster down there as well. And my riding just went completely out the window when I was like redlining. I just couldn't stay on.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't pick a line, I was all over the place. Oh man, that was hard. I did a lap and thought I wasn't going to make it round the second lap. I was had to just back it off. And I almost crashed on the last descent. Like, it's so hard to ride technical stuff when you're redlining.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it so consistently as well. So I made it. So Titouan beat me by 5 minutes 40 back to here. Never mind the 2 minutes at the start he caught me, actually 7 minutes 40 faster on what? An 11k ride. So not a very big ride. Let's go back to the shed. Let's take a look at the data to see the real raw deal, how it turned out.
Okay, so how badly did I get beaten? So I've used Strava to really pull apart these laps, take a look at some segments. I'll start with the first segment. So it's an undulating bit, with a techie downhill and a short climb. Lap 1, I did a 2 minutes 20. Titouan did a 2 minutes 03, so you know, pretty significantly faster. And if we go into more detail, just on that short downhill part of that segment, I did a 31 seconds, Titouan did a 30, so faster even on the downhills, and that was as close as I got on every single segment. It's probably about 12 segments to this lap, and it was faster everywhere. What about a short but tough climb that would be max effort but with some technical riding and tight corners in it? Lap 1, I did a 1 minute 51, Titouan did a 1 minute 25. Not too disappointed with that actually, that's not too bad. But now let's look at lap 2, because I absolutely bombed on lap 2. I'm super into the red on lap 1. And if you look at the overall times, which we'll do in a second, you see I was a lot slower on lap 2. So on that undulating segment, I did a 2 minutes 28 on lap 2. So 8 seconds slow, not too bad. Titouan did a 2:13. So he dropped 10 seconds, but he was still significantly faster than me. On the downhill section, I did a 37, so 6 seconds slower than I was first lap. Titouan did a 31, so pretty consistent. That's the time I did on the first lap. And for that short punchy climb, I went up to 1 minute 57. Titouan did a 1 minute 25, exactly the same as he did on his first lap. So obviously super consistent. And that was obviously a lot shorter than your average XCO race, but you could keep that pace up for those 2 laps pretty immaculately. And what about total lap times? My lap 1 was a 20 minutes 23, lap 2 22:37, so a minute and a bit slower, adding up to 43 minutes total. Titouan did a 17:31, lap 1. Lap 2 he did slow down to an 18:26. His total was 35 minutes and 57 seconds. I think Titouan went super hard on that first lap to make sure he did catch me and then maybe relaxed a little bit. But obviously his times were really, really consistent. So obviously really, really fast. These pro cross-country races everywhere. I did try and stick with him on the downhills, and when I was tired, it just wasn't happening. So fair play. Do I have any excuses? Well, of course I do. I've got to have some excuses. I would say my fitness is a bit average even for my standards, but fair play to Titouan. It's his off season. He's not been training. He starts training in about 2 weeks' time. So even for him, he's not on his peak form, and he still absolutely smoked me.
Well, thanks Titouan. That was really hard, but it was amazing to see just how fast you guys are.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey guys, if you want to see the first look of the BMC Fourstroke, click here.
If you want to see an old video of Nino Schurter versus Mark Beaumont, click over here. Hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like watching this video.